this is Dodger and you're watching my show. So last week we had PAX and it was awesome. I was there from Thursday through the end of Monday. Like I got in at 12:30 in the morning or something. It was crazy. But we had so much fun and so many videos went up on Polaris. If you want to know what we were up to, that's a thing, but I also took a bunch of like little snippets of video that might not make sense altogether, but I'm shoving all of those into one video and putting that up on Press Heart as well, so you can see those for whatever amount of sense they'll make. But anywho, let's get on to news. For those of you who have heard of Illumiroom, I literally can't say that like a normal person. Illumiroom is something that the Microsoft research labs were working on, and they were talking about it a little while back. And now they're saying, you know, don't expect this to ever be your thing because it would not really be doable for the average consumer. Essentially, Illumiroom is a device that connects to, since it's Microsoft research, let's say an Xbox One. So it connects to an Xbox One and then it projects the game world all over your room. So it's like, it's an immersive tool basically. But the guys that were working on it were saying, you know, when you really think about the cost of everything that you would need in order to make this possible, they're fixing the stairs outside, so if you hear a table saw often, that's why. But anyway, basically they said, you know, it's great when you have all of this Microsoft fliff around to just spend on things and turn into really cool scenarios, but for the average consumer, it would cost thousands of dollars to be able to just do this on the daily. So if you were somebody who was looking at the Illumiroom and you were like, man, that would be dope, I want to do that, that would be pretty cool. I mean, I guess you could do it if you got some dollars around. When I was at PAX, one of the games that I played at the Indie Mega booth was called Crypt of the Necrodancer, and I was abysmal at it. It's basically like a game, you can play it on your PC or you can play it on a DDR pad, where you have to move within rhythm and attack things, and like if you hit certain arrows at the same time, then it does different magic abilities and whatever else. I talked about it a lot on the wrap up. But anyway, so they came out with a cinematic trailer that is their pre-order trailer, so you can actually pre-order the game now. And I think a lot of people were under the misconception that you had to have a DDR pad in order to play this game. So to make it clear, it is a very fun game. It's actually very challenging, and you can just play it on PC without a crazy DDR pad. But you know, you don't need like one of those metal ones or like one of the ones that has like one of those big handles so that you don't like fall over one of these. You can just have one of the normal fabric ones if that's what you want to do. Like if you need to play this game with a DDR pad, you can, but it's not necessary, which I think is something that a lot of people walked away from that booth not realizing. Either way, I know that I died in the first level, and the guy before me, everybody kept calling the Viking, and he like basically beat that demo. It was crazy sauce. As a final bit of news, the Xbox One has a release date of November 22nd if you live in the right place. So November 22nd is after the release of the PS4, which is the 15th, I believe, and before Black Friday, which is the biggest shopping day in the year for the US. Now originally they came out with a list of all of the different countries that they were going to be able to launch the Xbox One at the same time. Yes? So now that list has changed drastically, and allow me to read you the countries that were expecting it but are not getting it until 2014 now. Haha! Belgium, Denmark, Finland, the Netherlands, Norway, Russia, Sweden, and Switzerland were all initially on the launch list and are now taken off. But despite that, they are claiming that the Xbox One launch is going to be the biggest yet. It is going to be the craziest Xbox launch ever before seen. And I just don't see how that's possible when they're decreasing the number of countries that they're going to release in. I don't understand. Whatevs, we've got a release date for 13 countries at least. Everybody else will have to wait until 2014. Won't be able to get them for Christmas. Unless you're just like, you know, just like buy them and just like, you know, just like bust it open, just like whatever. Anywho, that is my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. And if you want to have coffee with me, you can click wherever I put the annotation and it'll take you to my other channel. We had a Rayman Kung Foot tournament, and so all of us were able to put up the first round of that tournament on our channel, so that is already up on my channel if you would like to watch that and then watch the rest of the tournament. It was very fun. And also there will be Borderlands with Thierry going up later, so enjoy both of those, and I will talk to you again on Friday. Bye-bye! Mwah! Yes?